Welcome to the Dual Realm Book Review YouTube channel. My name's Angie,
I'm Andy.
and we're going to be summarizing, reviewing the Mistborn Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson today. Overall, I think we both really like Brandon Sanderson. I think we made it pretty obvious, so we wanted to get in and discuss one of our favorite books. So, do you want to get us started, Andy?
Sure. As always, I love Brandon Sanderson. His world building, the plot, the characters. He has like every facet of like a great book is in every single one of his books. Yeah, you don't read 8 books by one author in 1 year and them not be really good.
Yeah. And interesting. I think the big thing with him is that he is so complex. Like, you could dive into this world. As I've made comments before, you could literally have a PhD level analysis of his work. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I love feeling like I can step into a world and like I live there.
Yeah. Be completely immersed. You know, the political system, the religions, the currency, the way everything works. You could literally transport yourself to that world and live there and know what's happening and who the key players are and, everything about them. You know what church you belong to, all this stuff. So, but yeah, so we both obviously gave Mistborn a 5-star read. I absolutely love Vin. She is a fantastic female character. You have a street rat that comes from the bottom, basically.
Yeah.
Discovers that she's powerful by herself. She doesn't need help. All this luck she thought she had, is it luck?
Full luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, luck and then hiding. Like she hid.
She had to keep herself safe.
Yeah.
But Kelsier I also like because he's kind of a cocky rebel.
He's definitely the leader.
Oh yeah.
Prototype, kind of like definitely feels like he's got everything together and
yeah.
And then
he's moving it. To me, Kelsier is the chess master, or he's kind of moving all the chess pieces around, making sure everybody's where they need to be emotionally. To light the fuse of the rebellion.
Yeah. So. Well, and then when you learn his backstory, it's like, oh my gosh, he's been through so much, and he's still going, and he's still like this.
He's
positive.
Still pushing, and still, yeah. Positive. I think it's a little manipulative.
Yeah,
but
a little bit. But in the like, he's still trying to push for people like to live.
Yeah, to be free. I think he kind of left them when he died. He kind of left them on a.
Oh yeah. I don't know if that was his plan to die then, but I mean, I
don't know about then, but I know he planned on dying.
Yes,
they talk about it because he had all the.
He hadn't told anyone, but he kind of guessed that was a likely outcome, and
he was going to have to die to spark a real rebellion. Yeah, and a religion.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the religion was intentional, but
I don't know. But
I don't know.
He became a martyr.
Motivating factor.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, I did think there's some trouble with pacing in parts of it. I think it can feel slow to people if you don't understand that he is building
something.
A world. Yeah.
So the second book, particularly.
Yes, agreed. Well, because they're rebuilding. So in the second book, they're rebuilding.
Yeah, after
a new political system. After the fall. So I think a lot of times if you don't enjoy a political drama, or if you don't like politics or the thought of what it takes to build an empire, and you want more action, which I think it was pretty action filled as far as like the war and battles and war strategy and all that stuff, but there's no romance. There's
no, there's not. And I think that's one thing that I love about Brandon Sanderson is that it's there, but it's not like a pillar that he builds his stories on.
No, it is a very, very minor. So, but I think some people like some people who I see criticize him, he just is. It seems long-winded, but all of his details matter. They all come back. They all create that three-dimensional, deep picture, and I think some people just don't really care.
About living in the world.
Yeah, they just need a shallow picture of what's happening. They don't need the whole.
Yeah, they're focused on the main thread of the main character, and the rest of it is not.
Yeah, like more emotionally driven.
One, something else that I love about Brandon Sanderson is how subtle the messaging can be. Like the whole message of like fighting for freedom and overthrowing tyrants and stuff. Like there's some books where I'm like, this is just a rant on whatever the topic, feminism or whatever, and I'm like, I didn't sign up
to
for
be a little less subtle.
Yeah, and I have seen that
more subtle.
As another criticism of this book in particular is that like there aren't any women
characters. Yeah,
I swear there's always the one like, oh, that was another criticism for Empire of the Vampires, how crappy they are to women, or how crappy he is to women in that book. And I'm like, it's his character, and I guess I don't like overt messaging in books.
Yeah. You don't want your book to be political. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I do like a strong FMC, and I do like I don't like when I see women being mistreated, so I'll see how I feel about Empire of the Vampire, but
so I didn't think that until I read the review, but I was like, I mean, they use the B word a lot, but
depends how you use it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see it except for in certain circumstances, because it is definitely a world in which, like, I guess old time world. But I didn't see it, but
that's just me. I mean, that's also the criticism with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then Brandon Sanderson wrote a whole book about Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Oh, yes. I liked that one.
Yeah, I know you did. I haven't finished it. I didn't like the audiobook that much, so
I read that one.
Yeah, it was at the library. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, it was at my library too. I was surprised yesterday how much I found in the library. But
I saw your reel.
I was super excited.
But anyway, back on topic, because
a
slideshow. I don't know. I guess we're kind of done talking about Mistborn anyway, but I think
our other question was if Brandon Sanderson is a good place for fantasy newbies.
Oh, yeah. For Mistborn, yes, I think you could.
I could see Mistborn. I wouldn't recommend Stormlight or Chai for newbies. I would say that's kind of an advanced class in fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, Stormlight was a lot even for me. And so yeah, I know. That's definitely not a place to start.
No.
And even he admits that Stormlight is a lot, because if you read the excerpt between Mistborn Era 1 and why he did Mistborn Era 2 the way he did. Yeah.
4 books like this. Yeah. And there's a 5th one coming out.
Yeah. So yeah, it just is.
Yeah. I saw the novella too for this. For Stormlight yesterday at the library, and
Dawn Shard. Yeah,
I know. I almost grabbed it because it's like I want to read it, but I have so much other stuff to read.
Yeah, I know. I have so many library books right now. I don't know if I'm gonna finish them all, but we'll see. My library gives me a month, so
I only get 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks is not enough time. Or at least you can only check out.
I know.
At a time.
Yeah, so I try to limit myself to like 2, maybe.
But
3
your library,
short.
Your library's like 45 minutes away.
Like 20.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
No. If I have to go to another library, we have several that are all connected. Like my library card works at all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how mine is. But anyway, so I guess we got a little off topic. Anyway, I guess that's it. Oh, if you were a misting, what element would you want?
Oh gosh, I would the push.
I would want to be able to push. I would want to steal
tough
push.
I want to be able to fly like they do.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be able to fly.
But you need both of them. You have to be Mistborn
to push and pull. Yeah.
Some of the more emotional ones, the brass, the tough one too.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what all the medals are now, but
yeah.
They are just really neat, different abilities that I guess
I definitely would want to be Mistborn and have them all.
Especially because I primarily read fantasy. It's so cool to see something different.
Yeah.
Just a completely different take on stuff. It's really fun to see.
It is one of the most unique magic systems I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Completely a world of its own. Nothing else I've seen like it. So
I'm trying to think. I did see something else along the lines of medals, but it wasn't the same. It was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you had to burn them.
Yeah.
Like
consume
them and burn them. That was interesting.
Kind of And I like the whole I forget what they're called. The Khandra. I like them.
Oh, yeah. The it was tough coming from D&D. Like it's a giant blob. No, not exactly.
Yeah. It can be something else.
Yeah.
But I like that they're a side character essentially. I mean, kind of
until the last book, and then it was just like,
and he's still kind of a side character, but to think that he comes all the way. I mean, you were introduced to them in the very first book, and you don't really connect all the pieces until the end.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 books later, and I probably still don't know all about them because I haven't read all the novellas and all the stuff. But that's what I like.
It is fun, and I love. Yeah, that is something else too. It's just all the character arcs complete. He doesn't leave anybody hanging out there.
No, even what's his name? The boy that was under clubs.
Yeah. Yes.
I forgot his name right this second.
Yeah, I forgot too. It was like a nickname.
Yeah. Spook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it's gonna come to me. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, S. Is it S?
Yeah. That's where I started. I thought Spook was great. I mean, you
see him grow up. Yeah.
Yes. Into I'm gonna do some good, and to his own detriment.
Yeah.
He almost became blind and very nearly died, but but anyway, yeah. His character development is unmatched. But if you're watching this, you probably already knew that. Anyway, all right. Like and subscribe. I think that's it for us for this week. We just wanted to come on and talk about Mistborn because it's one of our favorites. So now it's on our channel. Anyway, all right. That's it. All right. Have a good one, guys.